All right. Hi. So today I'm going to be teaching my lesson for the PE MA lesson plan. So two of my standards that I used were an ELA standard and a PE standard. Specifically, the ELA standard is CCRA R9, and then the PE one is K through 2, PE 2.1.2. And then some of the lesson objectives that I'm using are students will be able to communicate correctly during group and partner activities. Students will be able to collaborate when working together to complete a task or activity. Students will be able to participate when either working with their groups or answering questions provided by the teacher. Some student-friendly objectives that I am using are: I can work together with my classmates, I can respect my classmates as we work together, I can participate in the group activity with my classmates. So for assessments, I'm basically just going to be keeping score of each group, of their points, and then at the end give them a small prize, and then we'll have a discussion on what the students have learned. So my activity, we're going to be using water balloons, a basket, a chair, my list of questions, and then each group will get a clipboard so that they can write down. They also will get a whiteboard and markers, and then 2 different mentor texts. And those, I'm going to scroll down to them really quick. Those are, we're going to be using Where Do I Live by Neil Chesanow. I think that's how you say his name. It's a little weird. And then All About the Weather by Huda Harajili, M.A. So, that's interesting last names. So yeah, those are some of the mentor texts that I'm going to be using. So for the differentiation considerations, I just said students will work in a group if possible, and then if they need extra time, they can be given that extra time. And then the students that don't need extra time will just work at a regular pace as normal. And then, so my anticipatory set states that the teacher will split the class into groups of 4 to 5 and have the class go outside to the playground. The groups will sit down and will each be given water balloons, a whiteboard, clipboard, and a marker. Students in each group will be asked a question from one of the mentor texts. We'll have to get the question right and run with the water balloon across the field and place it in the basket. Once they have placed their balloon in the basket, they will run back to their group, and the next group member will go. If they get the answer right, that is 1 point for their group. If they get their balloon in the basket, they get an extra point. So here's my student. Hi. So some formative assessments that I'm going to be using will be basically making sure the students know the rules, so they'll have to repeat the rules to me. Walk around and give them guidance if they need it. Have groups write their answers and share with the class when it is their turn, so that everyone knows and understands the answer. And then I think that's it. And then for my closure, I'm just going to have them help clean up and discuss as a class why it's important to work together, and also talk about the importance of not just reading but studying, and then how they can be writers or good authors. Yeah, that's basically all I have. So I think I missed the modifications for if we had to do this virtually. I would read or show the mentor text to the students, or maybe use Kahoot to answer questions or ask them questions. So yeah, that's about all I have.